Big up on yourself, guys. It's your girl Chris Choreo here. You know it's the elegant bad girl. Who don't like that, bite that. So, in this episode of 876 Tutorial Tuesdays, we're continuing with dancing in heels. If you've never in your life performed or danced in heels, make sure you check out my heels basic class on my website. That's 876tutorialtuesdays.com. I'm going to drop a link below so you can go and catch that. In this episode, I'm just going to get right into it. We're doing 5 movements. It's a really basic routine and I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be using stock music, as I say in every single episode. I use my stock music because I've got to make my right? If I use other music, I could get copyright strikes. The video itself could be banned and I don't want to risk going through all of this effort for you only to find that the video is banned. Make you bother with that. So, ladies, come we go. The first movement that we're going to be doing, right? So we're standing here and you can use these movements on any single music you want, any music. SOCA, dancehall, souls, anything you want, right? Simply make sure that you feel nice and comfortable in the heels. Wobble the ankle them, forward, back. I'm going to turn to the side, yeah? So you're going to bring the heels forward, lift the heel up, and press the weight forward onto the ball of the foot, and just shift the weight from side to side, just like that. While you're pulling the ankles and the knees forward, what you'll find is that the hip will start to be drawn forward. And I'm going to turn back slightly just so that you can see. So I'm also on a diagonal, but hopefully you're able to see part of my posterior. So here we go. Here, right? So then my hips are actually moving as well. Yeah? So that's just a little warm-up that I like to do before any heels class. It just helps, because the whole class is focused on legs. Want to make sure the heels, the legs, the knees, everybody's nice and warm. Okay, so roll the shoulders back. Deep breathing in, focus in self, thinking about all that is positive. I always say, inhale the positive, breathe out the negative. Something as simple as breathing in the positive and exhaling the negative. You'll be surprised to see how much that is such a strong concept to think and to live by. So anyway, the first thing we're going to be doing is a turn. Now ladies, all you're going to be doing, right? I cross my foot like so. The ball of the foot on this leg, the one that is crossed in front, it takes some of the weight, right? And then I pivot, pull myself around, right? So when I turn, I do lift my heels. If you're thinking about it, I do lift my heels slightly off the floor, which is why it's so important that you have a pair of heels that you can walk in, because if you aren't able to walk in them, you aren't able to stand, then you literally won't be able to even lift a little bit higher than the actual heels are. So make sure the height is manageable for you. So when I turn again, I lift the heels and down. If I don't lift the heels, it's gonna look like this. It's gonna look very iffy and etchy. So make sure you can manage the heels, all right? So let's try 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. We're gonna go to the opposite side. So let me just come over again to this side now. 3 and 4. All right, so let's move on to the next move. So for our next move, we're doing what is known as a dip it low. Now if I dip it low, all I'm going to do, I'm going to stand on a diagonal here because I don't want to blind anybody with my derriere into the camera and I don't want to get banned or reported. Listen, let me show it to your front way first, right? So what you want to do is sit into the hip. For me, it's my right hip. So I'm sitting into the hip, right? And then what I'm going to be doing is just keeping this knee straight, going down the leg, and then coming back up. Okay? What you want to think about, if I should turn to the side, is tilting the tailbone back, right? So if you watched my Jamaican heels dance moves, you'd have remembered that I did a dance move called, what was it? The needle eye wind. So check, the link is below, Jamaican dancing in heels. I teach you all sorts of Jamaican dancing, like popular Jamaican dance forms in heels. So in that particular video, I taught the needle eye wind, and the needle eye wind is like this, right? So it's almost like you're tilting the tailbone back, like you're going to do a needle eye wind, yeah? But what you're doing though is a dip it low, and you go down and you come up, right? So you see the motion of the hip. I cock back my back so, and me come down with my hand, and then I come up like this. You see me I say? Alright, cool. So what we're going to do now, we're going to put the turn and the dip it low together. And here's what that looks like. So I'm standing here, turn, here. So let's do that one more time. And I'm going to the right, which is, well, I'm actually going to be turning to my left, and then I'm going to be sitting to my right. Okay? So here we go. You can actually just mirror me. There's no hard and fast as to how you do these things. The directions, just make sure you get the body positions right. Okay? So we'll go 3, 2, 1, turn, here, and here. Okay? Now what you want to make sure that you have is a wide enough stance, not all the way out here, of course, obviously, but about shoulder width apart or a little bit more than shoulder width, so you kind of get a momentum. So I kind of went here a little bit, turn, and out. So look at the feet again. For the transitioning, I go here, out. Right? Moving now to the next step. All right, ladies, so the next step is called a pivot. Now the pivot is coming out of the dip it low. So if, for example, I'm here and I went down into my dip it low, I came up, all I'm going to do now is step like a boss ass babe, right? So if I'm here, a pivot is like, you know, pivot, you know, netball. Yeah, girl, it's like netball, right? It's really not that hard. So if we're here, sorry, I never mean for body up, but someone want to act like Jesus God. So here it is. You come down here, right? Right there. You come up, shoulder back, step, boss babe. And you see what naturally happens for me, as you get more experience, these things will kind of happen, the little accent, but that's what happened for me. Yeah? So if you want, you can try that little accent. If not, work with what works or comes naturally for you, yeah? Different people, different accents come naturally, but it's something that comes with practice, with experience. So let us go now from the turn, dip it low into our pivot. So we're going to this side. 5, 6, 7, 8, turn, dip it low, take it up, and boss babe. Okay? So we're moving now to the next move. All right then. So now that we have our turn, we have our dip it low, and we have our boss babe, the next movement that we're going to be doing is a leg up, wine, give me wine. Come guys, this is Caribbean, you know. Even though it's a heels class, we know everybody around the world has their own version of heels dancing. And this is Choreo's dance class, and you know I'm going to drop the Jamaican flavor in there. Oh no mistake. Let's go. So you're going to go leg up. What I do, I tilt my pelvis like this because I'm going here. And you want to think of the leg coming up like a rainbow. So it goes here, here. Then I do a wine. So remember, click on the link below to go to my Whining 101 class. I teach you exactly how to whine like a Jamaican. Look here. A whine is just around like this. So when I do the double, I'm going whine. The leg comes up. When the leg comes up, let me hold on to the wall. So it goes whine. Then up, whine. So let me show you right here. Look at my hips. Whine. Right? If I go to this side, whine and whine. So I am moving towards the front. So let me do it together. Legs, whine. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, whine. 1, 2, whine. And you can add the arms. The arms will go here. Nice sexy Jamaican thing. So let's go. We're ready. 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, whine. 1, 2, whine. Again. 1, 2. Yeah, girl. Again. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right. So you know what's coming next, right? Combination. We are putting it together. All right, guys, so said, so done. So here's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing the turn into the dip it low, into the pivot, or otherwise known as the boss babe, into the Jamaican groove. All right, so here we go. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Turn here, dip it low, pull it up, boss babe. Jamaican, wine, Jamaican, wine. We're ready to move on to the next move. So the next move is really easy, yeah? All we're going to do is wind go down, pop it right open. That's right, that is right, okay? So when we go down, I'm going to wind go down, I'm going to open to this direction because like I said, I don't want blind with my auto. So we're going to wind, and the wind go down is simply, like I said, tap on the link below, go to my Winding 101 class. If you're new to this, you don't know upper wind, you're basic in this, go to the Winding 101 and you will learn how to wind. Come back to this video and try these movements. So I'm gonna go. So let me stand here and do it. I'm going down, 2, 3, 4, and open. Pop it open. But just for the purpose of this video and for keeping it PG, because I am leaving this video public for you guys, I'm going to wind this way and pop open that way, right? Also so that you can see my booty pops back when I do that, all right? And that's the last movement we're going to learn. So here we go. I'm going to do it in modified version, which is just here, 2, 3, 4, and open, right? That's just here. If you can't go really low, you stay right here, babe, and you just be sexy right here, okay? If you can go really low, babe, here's what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, open, right? And I like to do this little thing where I just kind of open. So I am weighing or balancing on the balls of my feet. So let me squeeze my feet back, right? So when I open, right, I am on the balls of my feet. If you see, my heels are up off of the floor, yeah? And I'm sitting on my shin, right? So that's what I want to see from you, yeah, girl. So pop, and the booty is there, and you've got all this nice silhouette going on. All right, guys, so here's what we're going to be doing now. We're going to be putting everything together. So we're doing the turn, the dip it low. We're also going to be doing the boss babe, and then we're going to be going into the Jamaican groove. Finally, we're going to end with our wind go down and pop there. All right, so here we go. Let me just squeeze this up. I was doing it about 2 times, right? So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop it. Here we go again. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull it up. 2, 3, 4. Pop it. 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pop it. This has been 876 Tutorial Tuesdays. I do hope you learned a thing or two. I'm your girl, Choreo, the leader of the Elegant Bad Gals. Big up to all of you, my fellow Elegant Bad Gals. I'll see you when I see you.